Hey, we are on day 2 of the THM Prep challenge, and I am struggling in my kitchen with all these weird angles and trying to get my countertop visible. So I'm so sorry. I moved a bunch of stuff over to that counter. It's messy and we're just gonna go with it. So we're making 2 things today. We've got our shake mix that we're gonna make, a bulk shake mix, and we're going to make a snack. I'm gonna make the pumpkin bam cake, which is an all-time favorite, and it sounded really good. So first I'm gonna take a jar. I'm gonna measure the ingredient. I've already measured the ingredients out. I've got 1 cup of THM's pristine whey protein powder. Now this is my peanut butter blizzard bulk shake mix at thewellplannedkitchen.com. It's one of my favorites. I've been making it for many years. Probably an all-time favorite shake. So I'm just gonna get this pristine whey protein powder in here. I've got the 1/2 cup of defatted peanut flour. We don't want PB2 because it has sugar in it, so this is just defatted peanut flour. I'm gonna dump in here carefully. Ooh, it did not make it in. It conformed to the shape of the measuring cup instead. I've got 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/8 cup of sunflower lecithin. I always say that wrong. Lecithin? I said that wrong, didn't I? And then just 1/8 teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Probably 1/8 teaspoon because there's already some salt in the peanut flour, and that's it. This is my entire shake, and I'm gonna shake this up with a lid on it first, of course, and that's done. So that's an easy first thing to make some kind of THM shake that you like in bulk. Now we're prepping with this challenge, and we're prepping today, but you have to know the art of staying on plan when you don't have anything prepped is really key. So it's really important to stock up at the store with things that you can use as backup. So if I don't have time to make a snack, my go-tos are a piece of fruit and a cup of tea with collagen. You need to have some go-tos. So maybe it's not that. Maybe you get some on-plan sugar-free beef jerky, or maybe you get some Lily's chocolate for times that you don't have time to make dessert. Make sure that you get something that can serve as a backup for the days or times that you don't have any time to prep anything, because that is gonna happen sometimes. The prep we're doing this week is gonna help overall, but it just really depends on where you're at. So this is what we've got. We've got the shake mix already. Now we're going to take a bowl and start on our pumpkin bam cake. So I've already ground the oats and measured out some of the ingredients. I lightly sprayed my 9x13 pan with olive oil. I like to spray it and then wipe it out with a paper towel so there's not too much oil in there. But I just basically throw the ingredients in. So we've got our oats that we've already ground into flour. We've got the 1/2 cup of oats that we reserved, seasoning and baking powder and salt. Then we've got the 1/2 cup of gentle sweet, the cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. Gonna need a little help with what's sticking to the spoon here. The can of pumpkin, I use a full can of pumpkin and kind of just scoop that out into the bowl. It's a little hard to get it all out, but it's coming. And again, I'm self-conscious about my messy counter behind me, but this was the only thing that could work, was moving half the stuff over there. One of my daughters got braces yesterday, so she wanted one last hurrah with popcorn. So my husband made popcorn for her the other night, and that's why the popcorn maker is out and not put away yet, because that happens sometimes. Okay, then I've already got the egg whites with cream of tartar. So I like to kind of, well, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this a little bit first, and then I like to stir those in. Now I did whipped the egg whites maybe 10 minutes ago, and they're already separating again, but that's okay. I've done that before actually when I'm making this recipe, and it still turned out great. So I just kind of fold this in. I take a big spatula full, gently fold it in. I just wanna make sure everything's combined really well. I don't know if you guys can see. Bam cake is pretty easy. It's a good way to get your ease in. I like it with bananas, but I haven't had the pumpkin in, I was thinking maybe 2 years, because I usually make the banana bam cake or the caramel apple bam cake. So it seemed like a good time to make the pumpkin again. So I'm just gonna mix this all up really well. and then keep incorporating the egg whites. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of time, gonna go ahead and pour the whole thing in and make sure I scrape the sides and get all of the egg white goodness in there, and then I'll gently fold with my spatula. So when you are choosing your snack recipes to make today, I recommended a shake, or a sipper could have worked too, or a bigger snack, but we want protein. So Bam Cake has the egg whites, it has the Greek yogurt. It's an okay amount of protein. I still like to bump it up a little bit, and even with the shake that we just mixed up, I like to bump this up a little bit too and add some cottage cheese, add something else, or have something on the side. These things are okay for snacks as is, but I really like to get 25 to 30 grams of protein in each one. So if you wanted to bump up the protein, just know it's possible. If you want to have either one of these, this is an S shake. It could be, because you add MCT oil, you could do, you could make it an FP with defatted peanut flour too. And with this Bam Cake, this is an E recipe. We've got the oats in here, but it is a pretty good, pretty decent amount of protein. So I like to bake the Bam Cake and then I let it cool. I will have a serving today. I will set out a serving for tomorrow. And then I cut the rest into squares and freeze them in individual serving sizes. So that way I can grab a piece of Bam Cake out of the freezer in the morning. It's thawed by the afternoon. Great, great thing to keep snacks on hand at all times. That's one of the keys to success on plan, in my opinion, is have things ready to grab. So I'm gonna give this a little bit more of a stir, because there's always some oat flour that's hiding behind, trying to trick you as you're pouring it out. And then I will just give it a little bit more of a stir, spread it out in this pan. And that's it. That was pretty easy. It took me about 7 minutes to measure out the ingredients so that we weren't doing all of that live on camera. And then this, I don't think we've been live for very long and we're already done. This is ready to go in the oven, this Bam Cake, and I've got a shake in a jar ready to measure out. This is just so super easy, but get some snacks prepped today. If you're not following along with the challenge, you can get your printable guide at wellplankitchen.com/THM Prep. Download your guide, pick your foods that you're gonna make, go shopping, and just join in every day. We're just spending a few minutes making something simple, and I hope that will help you a ton in your THM journey. I'll see you soon. Bye.